Oh, Michael Johnson!
So we're set for the Super Auto Services Carina Classic, sponsored by Keppel, Rock Walls and the Bundaberg Speedway Sedan Club. Don't forget Harrison's at the back of the bus, your top qualifier. Lights go green and we're away. Craig Olive and Ross Oliver side by side down into turns at 1 and 2. Oh, Ross gets shot towards the fence after hitting a rut. Craig Olive now gets battled back by Oliver on the outside. Foster shoots down the inside of Tasker, gets into the rear of Dawson. This is a 20-lap final for the Nostalgias. The Bundaberg cars neck and neck down into turns 1 and 2.
A little bit of contact there between the two Bundaberg cars for the lead. And it means a lot to these guys. Craig Olive putting up the Super Auto Services Carina Classic. He's really back in this, making a big show. Meanwhile, we had our pole sitter who elected to start in the rear for the back of the bus challenge. Harrison has worked his way up to 4th position now as he goes down the outside of Foster. And now he's got Dave Dawson in 3rd. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2. The racing is going off here.
Nostalgia Sedans turning it on for you, Carina, for their Carina Classic. But it's Olive, your leader, from Ross Oliver, from Dawson and Harrison. Harrison up against the fence, the big Falcon. Or Ford, I should say. Oh, he's gone over those bumps. The car has rocked side to side about 4 times. And now he's alongside Dawson and he's up to 3rd. Don't forget, if he can get to the top spot, that's $400 thanks to Peterson Painting and Waldo's Mower Doctor.
He's got some fast cars ahead of him now. Craig Oliver, Ross Oliver, the two Bundaberg locals. They've been pushing hard for all this season. Ross Oliver's taken a few of the feature races. Craig will want to take this one though. It's the inaugural Carina Classic. They put a massive amount of effort into this and it means a lot to these drivers. There's still plenty of racing to go.
Laps ticking by, but a long way is 20 laps for Nostalgia Sedans here at Carina. So Craig Olive still the leader from Ross Oliver. Harrison's catch. Oh, he's going to rotate the 63. He's going to get it back on the drive line, but all that work has come undone.
How disappointing there for Anthony Harrison. He just put in the fastest lap of the race to 21.0. 2 tenths faster than anyone else. But now he's going to find himself at the back of the bus nearly.
Almost dead last, so he's got some work to do. And he'll probably need a yellow once he gets some work done. So it's still Craig Olive and Ross Oliver, the two spearheads of this Nostalgia Classic, battling for the win. They've checked out the remainder of the field. There's some blue smoke starting to appear. Exiting turn 4, Olive goes down the inside of the Bullen car. Oliver fires through as well. So as you said, Ross Oliver's had the chocolates here at Carina, but Olive fought back at Maryborough a couple of weekends ago to take the feature race win there. And he's looking on par to do so here tonight for the Classic.
There's 3 tenths separating the two Bundaberg drivers at the moment. Bundaberg running 1, 2 and 3. Craig Olive still leading the way. Ross Oliver is hounding the rear end of that 11 car. Come across the stripe one more time. Still 12 laps left to go. 3 tenths separates them. Harrison's got some work to do now. He's got Tasker ahead of him. And then the next one will be Foster ahead.
So Harrison has to tuck back in as they go past the slower car. Olive and Oliver coming up to the 169 car of Gavin King. They fly past down the main straightaway. Oh, Olive gets by cleanly. Oliver has to take half the corner to get by. Definitely loses a bit of ground. Harrison on the outside of Tasker to go back up in a 4th spot. Oh, and he goes through that bump. It's such a huge rut just offside the drive line. These cars don't have the ability to really go upstairs as such, so struggling to get by on the outside, especially in turns 1 and 2.
Still the battle continues. 2 tenths separates the lead drivers. There's absolutely nothing in this. Craig Oliver's making his car as wide as possible. He knows what he needs to do to hold on to this one. We're past halfway now. Can he hold on for another 8 laps? Ross Oliver is super fast. He knows how to get around this racetrack. He knows where to put his car and get the maximum out of it. But at the moment, Craig Oliver's doing exactly what he needs to. But here comes Ross Oliver. He looks to the high side. Can he get it done through turns 3 and 4? No, he backs out of it for the time being. He's going to try and get a run down the front straight away. Craig Oliver doing an amazing job out front.
So those those two in a race of their own, but Harrison's caught up to Foster, looking to get that podium spot back. If he can get by, he'd pretty much need a yellow flag if he's got any chance of winning this back of the bus challenge, because it's all Olive and Oliver out the front. Through 3 and 4 they come, there's nothing between them. One mistake from Olive and Ross is going to be through. Laps ticking by.
Can he keep it in front now, Brendan? He's got the Ford Zebra out the front for this entire race. The 1956 Ford. He's holding on strong. Ross Oliver is house in the back. You've got the EH holding, the Ford holding. Battle continues out here tonight. Who's it going to be? Is Ross Oliver just setting him up for a last lap pass, maybe? Trying to find out where he's weak and then get it done. The old school ways. Yellows, come on. There's Bowen who's spun at the FJ end in turn number 4.
And that makes it a bit juicy.
Here we go. So that'll bring the field back up. Foster, who's running in 3rd place. More importantly, it's got Harrison there in 4th. Who'll be licking his lips now.
Absolutely. It's great to still see 8 cars out there, only losing the Desro car earlier on with engine issues. Foster a little ways back. Harrison catches up. They're set for a start. And away they go. Olive flies down into turn number 1. 6 laps to go.
Can the EH hold and get past the Ford Zephyr now? He's right on his bumper down the back straight away. He has a little look, ducks it, and here comes Foster, big shot into the back of the 42. The 2 EH Holdens haven't bang to bang, but now here comes Harrison around the high side and it gets joined the fence.
The front left of Foster's collapsed after that contact. He needs to be careful that that front left wheel doesn't fold under the car.
Got airball through the bumps. Now here comes Ross Oliver. Olive gets all out of shape out of turn number 2. Gets a great run down the back straightaway though, and manages to hold on for the lead. There's 4 laps remaining this time by.
I do not know how Foster is still pedaling that 71 machine. The front wheel is barely attached and he's actually gaining on these top 2 cars. Look at the front tyre as he comes through turns 1 and 2. It's Olive from Oliver, Foster and Harrison, these top 4. Nothing between them in the Carina Classic for Nostalgia's. Foster's on the inside now, he's up to 2.
Oh, contact between the 2nd, 3rd and 4th place cars. Ross Oliver now back to 3rd place. Foster finds himself in 2nd and Craig Olive's got a bit of a gap.
So the Olive car, not as punchy as we thought this late in the race. Struggling after that restart, but it's still Craig Olive from Foster and Oliver. Harrison's still there. Tasker's in this battle too, so this is a ripping final for your Nostalgia Sedans. Harrison looks upstairs again, but that bump is still there. Can't be many laps left to run.
Harrison hits the bump out of turn number 2 and slaps the ball, but continues on. And it's gained on Ross Oliver. He looks to the high side through turns 3 and 4. They're side by side in the front straight away. Harrison gets the ball once more. High flag, 1 more to go for the Carina Classic Nostalgia Sedans.
Last lap for your Nostalgias. On your feet, Carina, as they come through. This is the last lap. It's Bundaberg cars 1, 2 and 3. Harrison with a late challenge with Tasker, but Craig Olive is going to take the win. The inaugural Carina Classic. Steve Foster gets home for 2nd, Ross Oliver for 3rd, Harrison and Tasker would be the next 2. Then it's Dawson. Oh! And Harrison was full noise as Oliver was coming to a stop and has rolled the 63 after the race. So we'll get the 11 car, the 71 and 42 onto the burnout pad in their positions. And we're going to do the presentations after the late model final, just so we can get the racing all done. But so they're riding the Harrison car over there, and what a ripper drive to come from the back, and unfortunately couldn't get anything for Foster there at the end.
Yeah, just listened to the intercom. And they said he's all right. They're just trying to get him out.
So he's A-OK.
Yep.
His cars are a bit hard to get out of. And we get a round of applause. Anthony Harrison's out of the car. Put on quite a show.
That racing between those top 5 and 6, that was just phenomenal. Great to see.
Craig Olive is pumped up. He throws the skid onto the skid pad. He's going to climb from the car. He gets the wheel off. The Super Auto Services Bundaberg 11.
I would like someone to find me a better nostalgia sedan final than that one.
Good luck.